the Chilton County Countryway. On in Mayhem, we're ready to ride. Crank up the tunes, let's hit that.
Good morning, my little peaches. The time is 7:01 on this Thursday morning. It feels so good outside.
It felt so good yesterday all day.
Yes.
I thought it was going to heat up, and it never did.
It's supposed to today. It's supposed to be like 77 today. I liked it better yesterday because it was perfect. And then when I went to my granddaughter's ball game Tuesday night, I wore a hoodie, and it was amazing. And I wasn't too hot. It was just right. I was comfortable. It was like,
nice.
Yay!
And Decent had a ball game Tuesday, and I think I wore shorts and a t-shirt. I was freezing.
Yeah. The nights, it fools you because when it's warmer in the day, even if it's just like 75 or 76, it's comfortable.
Yeah.
And then you think, I'm just going to wear this all day, but then the sun goes down.
It's a different story.
And it's a different story every
right.
single time. Before we get started, before we do anything else, we've got a very special birthday.
Yes.
Miss Blair, our little Blair baby, turns 19 today. So happy birthday, Blair Little. I miss her. I haven't seen her in forever.
Yeah.
She started working at the Y like at the summertime, and then she's got the job at the school too. I mean, I've seen her once in 5 months, I think. Seriously, I'm not even exaggerating.
Yeah, I've only seen her once since I've been working here.
I miss her because she's a hoot. And she just, I don't know, she's adorable. She's precious. So happy birthday, Blair. I hope you have an amazing day. I hope all the little kiddos do something sweet for you.
Yes.
Or the teachers in the teacher's lounge. Wink, wink.
Decorated up.
That teacher's lounge. No, I'm kidding. No drinking on the job, and she's underage. We won't do that. No.
You're talking about coffee.
We can't say that. We can't say that. But we were talking about the weather being so beautiful, and one of the things that has been up for debate for a while now. I mean, several years, is whether or not to continue with the daylight savings time.
Yeah.
And Senator Tommy Tuberville, he is a vocal advocate for keeping it where it stays. I don't see daylight savings. Is that when it gets darker, or is that when it stays lighter? See, I don't know which one is the savings. I think it would be daylight savings. You're saving the daylight.
I think
for when it gets darker.
Yeah.
So I like both. So I'm on the fence about it. I mean, in the wintertime, after a while, it getting dark at 4 o'clock gets to me.
Yeah.
But I still like it at Christmas time because when I'm on my way home, if I work till 4 or so, then I see all the Christmas lights, and that makes me happy.
Yeah,
but then after that,
it naturally gets darker earlier before the time even changes.
Right, it does.
Like, the days are already shorter now.
Exactly.
So I feel like the time change isn't necessary because we're not out harvesting the fields. That's the whole reason they had it that way.
Yeah, well, they want the daylight longer because, I mean, it
used to be so that kids could help in the fields before school because sunlight would be earlier.
Well, they're saying that it would be better generally for everybody involved if we had the extended daylight in the evenings. And I'm okay with that. I mean, I do enjoy, walking outside at 7:30 and it still being a little bit light outside.
Yeah.
That's okay with me. So if they change it, it's great. I just really like, basically it's just for Christmas time.
Yeah.
Just for Christmas. I want to see the lights, and I feel like we have longer time to see them at Christmas. So.
But then after Christmas, you still have 3 or 4 months.
That's the thing. That's why I'm on the fence about it.
And I don't know. I think we should leave it alone and quit changing it because I say leave it alone. Change it to where they don't change it, if that makes sense.
Yes.
Because the day naturally gets shorter in the winter anyway.
Yeah, and here's the thing, though. To change it where it is longer daylight, it's a whole federal situation.
I know.
Like it's a federal situation where you have to like get.
I don't even understand why it's so serious. Why is
I don't
it
know.
so-
Well, some states have done it already.
I know.
Why can't we just do it? If that's
Right.
what the majority of the people want, that let's just do it. Why not?
I don't know. I don't know why it's such
I
a
don't
big
know.
deal.
Outside of me and my Christmas lights, I don't know anybody that wants it to
I know.
get dark sooner.
Like my whole
Really?
TikTok feed this week has been dopamine planning to not get seasonal depression.
Exactly.
What?
I think we all get it, and it happens right. It either happens right before Christmas
Mm-hmm.
when people start going, "I don't have money to buy presents,"
Oh, yeah.
and they start panicking over that, and then after Christmas, when all the festivities just go, and they come to
Yeah.
a halt,
And
and
then-
then you just everything's back to normal.
Mm-hmm.
And it's dark outside, and there's really nothing to look forward to.
That's whenever I
You get the
start going,
blues. I
yeah,
do. I get 'em.
downhill. Because at Christmas, which I know this is like, oh, like what a bad thing to have to worry about. We have so much junk to put up after Christmas, and it's so crowded in my house, and then you have to worry about taking out Christmas decorations, and then it's dark at 3 p.m., and then
3:30, it starts.
Yeah.
Getting, you can tell a difference. Like I remember,
and
you
then
know,
you go back to work after being off for the holidays.
Yes, I remember getting out of school and thinking, you know, if I had to, sometimes I would ride the bus or
Mhm.
stay after school if I got in trouble, which happened because I did this and
Yeah.
I get detention.
Most talkative.
But it happens to us talkers. But I would walk home, and by the time I would get home, it would be almost 4 o'clock, and the sun's already going down. You know, and that's you get home, you don't even get to enjoy the outside. Really,
Yeah.
you know. I know. I remember not liking that, but you know. And then as an adult, I was like, oh, but I kind of like being able to see the lights. But on the other hand, as soon as that part's over,
It is dark.
it's just gloom and doom at that point.
Yes. And I
And it
already
gets
can't see to drive at night. So
Yeah, me either. I'm winging it, honestly.
Yes.
It's winging a prayer. But and you know, and then you start getting depressed and just moody, and it's just I don't know. It
Fine.
affects. I know it affects most of us.
Yeah.
And I feel when I say moody. You may not know that I'm moody, but I feel the turmoil internally.
Yeah.
Internally, that is, I'm, you know, battling for my mood. You
Mm-hmm.
know, I got, you know, I'm just like everything's on my nerves. I'm
Yeah.
snappier. You know,
Can't
I
see.
think I can't see.
I literally cannot see. Okay, and then my van now has tent. I guess I've never driven a vehicle with tent in my life because I have to roll my window down to look out and be able to see if anything's coming or
That is hilarious because my hubby's he's got a Highlander,
Mhm.
Toyota Highlander. His Highlander is like that.
Really?
Even the side windows are. It came with some kind of tent already on
Yeah.
it, and then this knucklehead puts this film over the
Oh
back
gosh.
where it got to the point that when we were driving at night, I could not see
Yeah,
out
I
the
cannot
back.
see.
I didn't know that it was one of those pieces that he just pulled on and off for like sunlight and stuff.
Oh.
So one day I was like, wait, we need to look into taking this tent off the back
Yeah.
because I cannot see. And he just walks back there and just starts gently
Unclipped it.
peeling it off and puts it in this little thing that it came in. And I was like,
That is funny. Yeah, no, mine came like this.
what did you just do? Like, if I'd have known that, I'd have already done this. I mean,
That's funny.
and all the way, our first trip to Tampa to see my sister, you know, I was struggling to see out the back because the tent was so dark. I couldn't even really see out in daylight, much
Mhm.
less at dark. And I complained the whole way. He never once told me that you could just peel that right on off of there.
They probably just didn't want to.
He didn't want to do it.
Yeah.
Or he figured maybe she'll give up on it and shut up about it eventually. That didn't happen.
No, it never does.
Until he took it off on this last trip to Orlando, that's all I've done is gripe about it.
Well, whoever had my minivan before me thought it was a limo because and PK, when he came to visit, I think he rode in it or he saw my van. He's like, that limo tent? I was like, I don't know, but I can't see squat out of it.
Yeah, you could have it taken off. you can be removed.
Yeah.
I don't think it's that difficult to do. All right, let's thank our morning show sponsors. Thank you to Chilton Mobile Home Supply, also to Country Financial Insurance, Central Alabama Wellness. Miss Zena is coming in today to talk about a big event that they've got going on. Mike Baker, my bestie at Coca-Cola United in Montgomery. Mike, don't be mad, but I was dying of thirst when I got here. I've already popped the top.
Here, I can.
Oh, that's good. That's the top
old
on the Diet Coke bottle. And I'll do this. We'll pretend. I couldn't wait. I was dying of thirst this morning. Yes, thank you to Coca-Cola. They keep us fully stocked in all of our Coca-Cola products. Also, thank you to our Chilton Chamber of Commerce. Larry Puckett Chevrolet, they have the largest pre-owned inventory in the area. So before you go anywhere else and purchase a vehicle, please go see our friends at Larry Puckett Chevrolet in Prattville. Also, Ken and Leela at Putter Up. Guess what I have here, Taylor?
What do you have?
I have two $35 passes to Putter Up.
Oh, nice.
And I'm going to tell you how you're going to get to win those. Next week, on Halloween Day, on next Friday, during the morning show, well, actually, I'm just going to put up a post on Thursday, probably.
We have an Halloween.
Or maybe even
costume.
before that. I may put it up like on Wednesday, because there's probably going to be a lot of different fall festivals. In
Yeah,
the
there's a
evenings
lot
and
this
stuff for the
weekend.
churches.
Yeah.
Post your Halloween pictures
Yay.
of your costumes and stuff on our Facebook page. Don't do it now. Wait till we do the post. And then we're going to do a contest, and the best costume is going to be chosen, and you're going to get 2 tickets to Putter Up and Pelham. They are, it's called High Tech Indoor Mini Golf is what they're calling it.
Yeah.
And so the technology's in the putter, lots of lights and sounds and things like that. Now,
It's almost like an arcade mixed with putt-putt.
it is. And here's the thing, is that if you have a child or an adult in your family that has sensory issues, maybe with noises or lights or anything like that, they do have times during each month that they set aside where there's none of that, so that people with different types of autism can come in and participate as well.
I love that.
Yeah. So they do have that. Also, in my prize corner, I have tickets to Christmas Village. We're going to be giving those away next week. We're going to give them out in 4-packs too. Each ticket is a $17 value, so we will do some different.
And you know, the women of the South, they love a Christmas Village.
Oh yeah, this one is the largest one. This one is in Birmingham. It is a little bit of a drive, but it's the largest one I've ever been to.
Mm-hmm.
It's at the BJCC. They've done it every year, I think, for like 30 years
long
or
time,
something
yeah.
like that. A long time. And you can. Anything you can imagine, you can find there at Christmas Village. Great Christmas gifts, lots of unique things. Every year I go, there's one guy, he does the slushies. And it's a mix. It's a slushy mix.
Mm-hmm.
And you can mix it with your favorite wine or whatever, and you put it in the freezer and freeze it, and it makes a slushy. It is so good. My favorite one is the pomegranate, and I'm going to go back and get a couple of packs of that.
I love the caramel apples. Have you ever got
I have not.
the caramel apples? They have like the gourmet caramel apples, and they are delicious.
And I normally don't eat apples unless I can cut them,
Yeah.
because
They'll cut them there for you.
I had some dental work done on my front teeth because my sister hit me in the mouth when we were kids and cracked my tooth all the way up into the gum. And so I had some Lumineers on them.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Lumineers are not known
Almost
for
like
their
braces. You can't eat a whole lot of stuff.
Well, if you eat with your do anything with your front teeth, you have a chance of them breaking off. So I just avoided corn on the cob, anything I had to bite into like that was hard. I would come up with different ways to eat it. But caramel apple, I mean, that's kind of hard to do.
Yeah.
But I would try that. But they have all clothes and
Mm-hmm.
different unique things. And if you like
Everything.
unique type of gifts, that's going to be the place to go. And so we're going to be giving away those tickets as well. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we got all kinds of stuff to talk about. Something that you dealt with not too long ago, I think, has had a major outbreak in some schools in Tennessee. We'll talk about that. Also, there was another deadly 18-wheeler crash, and this time,
Oh gosh.
a 21-year-old with a CDL. We'll tell you why the crash happened and what the result of that is. When we come back, you're listening to Morning Mayhem on Piper Peach Radio. Teresa and Taylor, TNT, here with you this morning, broadcasting live from the Clayton Tractor Studio. We'll be right back. Workout Anytime in Clanton is now open. Your fitness, your schedule. We have top-of-the-line treadmills and weights, but we are more than just a gym. We bring luxury and results to your fitness routine. Relax in our sauna. Recharge with red light therapy. Refresh in our hydro massage beds. Get that glow with unlimited tanning and push your limits with dynamic classes. Need guidance? Our personal trainers are here to help you set your goals, stay motivated, and get real results. This is your space, your time, your transformation, open 24/7. Workout Anytime, now open in Clanton.
Traditions come and go, but excellent service and compassionate care are benchmarks in any era. That's what Ellison Memorial Funeral Home is committed to providing you, whether through the pre-arrangement process or seeking services at your time of loss. Ellison Memorial offers a noticeable level of care and attention to detail. Others do not. So before making a decision based on yesterday's traditions, experience the Ellison difference when it comes to your loved one's final arrangements. You'll be glad you did. Call us today at 205-280-4600. Ellison Memorial Funeral Home, setting the new standard in local funeral service excellence. We are always here when you need us.
Underage drinking is deemed by many adults to be a rite of passage. Parents who host parties for youth may think they are being protective, but they are actually putting their youth at risk of physical and social consequences. Know the truth. Underage drinking and social hosting is a bad mix. For more information, contact Central Alabama Wellness, 205-651-0077, or visit centralalabamawellness.org.
Back. The time is 7:19. You're listening to Morning Mayhem on Piper Peach Radio. Teresa and Taylor here with you this morning. We were talking about Christmas Village because we have Christmas Village tickets. Here's the thing about Christmas Village. This thing goes on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I'm going to just tell y'all right now.
Take your anxiety medication.
Absolutely. Because here's the thing. Please do not take offense to this when I say this.
Okay.
Moms, please do not, because it's moms I'm talking to here. Please don't take offense to this.
Oh yeah, don't take your kids.
That's it.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, and here's why for me. Here's why for me. Because when I'm going on a Friday or Saturday, because that's the only time I can go, and it's really, really super extra busy, I am battling every mother with a stroller.
Yeah. And those people
in the state of Alabama.
Well, not only that, but also the little shopping carts on wheels that people bring.
It is that the first time I went was traumatic, and I said I would never go back. And then I changed my mind and I went back again. But it was like every stroller is in these, because these are little booths. You have to remember, this is, while it's a big area, these are like 300, 400 booths in this thing. And they're all right next to each other, and they all have a certain amount of space, and then all the strollers are right there, or they're parked in the aisles, and the aisles aren't that big, and there's a bazillion and one people. Kids don't want to be there. Trust me when I tell you, these kids don't want to be there. Just if what's going on in that stroller is any indication of how badly they don't want to be there, then they bring the husbands, because the husbands have the wallet. And then the husbands are walking around taking up space. You know they don't want to be there.
Literally standing
Leave
in the
them
middle
at
of the aisle on their phone.
I went with my friend Jessica one year, and we took her little girl. Oh my God, with a stroller, and I was like, we will never do this again. We went to the food court to eat, and there was nowhere to sit and eat. Nowhere upstairs, nowhere downstairs. We had to sit in the floor.
Oh my gosh. But
And
it's a
eat
great
our
time.
food.
So if you want to.
Oh yeah, it's a great time. It really is. I say that to say, try to go on.
Make a girl's day of it.
Make a girl's day of it, and just don't take the strollers if you can. If you can at all help it, or go on a Thursday. I think Thursday is the no stroller day.
Really?
Yeah. So if you can take off work and go on a Thursday, that's probably going to be your best bet. Or Sundays. Sundays are good days, but you got to keep in mind you
a lot of
had
the stuff's going to be gone.
several days prior to that, and a lot of stuff's going to be gone. But I will say they have some really, really cool booths and different unique things that you can find. I mean, a lot of it's repetition.
I can honestly
same
say,
type of thing at different ones.
I think a lot of people that go do not buy Christmas gifts, though.
True, they don't.
I've never bought a Christmas gift there.
They don't. They usually buy stuff for themselves.
Yeah.
But I do buy stuff for Christmas. I put stuff. I bought a bunch of
I lied.
the seasoning.
I did. Yep, I
The
bought
seasoning
my
people and
in-laws like the dip
rubs
mixes.
and the dip mixes.
That's
I got
the one thing I bought as a
got
gift
my
there.
daughter-in-law the dip mixes to put in her box.
Yep.
I got my hubby a bunch of different sauces. He loves hot sauces. The hotter the better. And I got him some different seasonings and stuff because he likes those as well. So I got a bunch of those. And
My husband gets hot sauces and seasonings for Christmas every single year. And this is so bad, but I went out to the storage building looking for my Halloween tub last week. And I opened a tub and it was like a hot sauce bottle just slapped me in the face. Like, I don't know what he had in that storage container, but it had to have been every hot sauce and every seasoning that he didn't like or just hasn't got around to opening.
it's all piled up in there.
I didn't even worry about it. I just closed it back and pushed it underneath the shelf.
I will say, hubby has not used all of what I bought.
Yeah. Well, that's
Well,
one
it's
of
too
those
much.
things.
I mean, there's no
Yeah.
way. We don't eat enough.
Well, that's one of those things too. That if somebody
seasoning
finds out
stuff.
you like that, that's all you're getting.
Right.
Like, I think one year Bailey got at least 20 bottles, like the little sets they have at Walmart and stuff. Like, what are we going to do with all this? And he don't even eat all the kind of hot sauces. He only eats a certain brand. So I don't know. But it's in our storage building. So
Oh, well. Most of it's probably expired.
Probably
You should
so.
just throw it.
Wrapping that stuff back up.
I told him I was going to do that because he is the worst about not opening his Like, he'll open his presents, but he won't unbox them. So, like, stuff that I got him like 3 or 4 years ago, I'll find and it'll still be in the pack. And I'm like, I'm about to rewrap this and give it to you again.
Don't
I
tell
mean,
him.
if
Just
you're
give it to him.
not-
He probably don't even remember.
Right. I mean, if you're not going to open it, I might as well.
I will say, my friend Rodney Angelar, he's created this. He created this sauce called Bama Nation hot sauce, and he got permission from Tuscaloosa and the University of Alabama to create this hot sauce because he had to use their logo on it, and he had to use the houndstooth for some of the wrap that goes, the sticker that goes around the hot sauce. I put some of that in he gave me a couple of bottles to try, and it was actually very good. A little hot for me, but it was good. And he's since passed away. He got pneumonia and passed away. But one year I gave that as a Dirty Santa gift, and they fought over it. I don't even think they planned to use it.
But just because it said
Because
Alabama.
it had Alabama and it had the houndstooth on it, they were fighting over it.
Yeah.
And then another time,
Be one of
for
those
a
commemorative
Dirty Santa,
bottles.
I gave a Bucky's blanket.
Oh my goodness.
That was almost a fight over that blanket. I'm like, look, 20 miles down the road, you go get you one. You could probably order it from their website and get
Probably
it on in here. No need for all of that. But they were like stealing it from each other, and then
Okay,
no, it's dead. No, it's not. It's still got one more. And I
Let
was
me
like,
ask you about Dirty
I'll just
Santa.
go get you one.
Do y'all get like serious about the number of turns and everything? Like how many times something's been stolen? Do you have like a designated Dirty Santa officiant?
No.
Okay.
We no, because
hope-
the last time I played Dirty Santa, it was with a group of friends, and it didn't get. 1 year it got to that point. And my friend Rachel got mad. She said, "I'm leaving," and I was like, "Oh no!"
Okay, I
really?
literally, if you're
Are we
Bailey
doing
Arant's
this?
family and you're watching this, please know that I mean this from the kindness of my heart and take
With
good,
love, lots of love.
constructive criticism. There is one of Bailey's cousins that thinks she is the leader of Dirty Santa, and like she's the only person that has ever kept up with anything. It makes me not even want
is the
to
person at
go.
the softball game or the baseball game,
Keeping the book, yeah, for
isn't
her
she?
own record. No,
She's
but
double
she-
checking the official
like-
bookkeeper. Yeah.
And every year they can never get the count right. So it restarts. They're like, oh, no, turn your number back in. Okay, first off, I've already caught on to you because I know that you're just not getting the number that you want. There's no way that you're so serious about it and you can't get the number right. The same people come every year. Secondly, it's not that serious. Okay? I'm looking into your soul if you're watching this. It is not that serious. It makes me not even want to go. I told Bailey, it's like, I'd rather just buy something that I know I want and watch y'all act a fool.
Mm-hmm.
Because, my gosh, can we not
Well,
just have fun?
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. One year I did buy something that I wanted. And
Yeah.
I ended up stealing it. Somebody got it and I ended up stealing it. I never said
I
that it was
always
my
do
gift.
it that
I
way.
never acted like I knew whose it was.
Mhm.
But what happened was when I saw it, I went, "Ooh, I like that." And then so people were, and then I ended up stealing it, and it was the last steal, and I got to go home with my very own gift. And
I always
I did
do
not
that.
feel a bit bad about it. Just let me tell you right now.
But you know what I hate? I hate when you bring a good gift and then nobody else like brings, like if there's not a set price and you bring a good gift and everyone brings something like goofy, if you're going to play goofy, let everyone know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to bring a nice gift that was at the cost point and then you're bringing goofy string from the Dollar Tree.
Let me tell you what we did one time.
My gosh.
And this actually worked out pretty good. Lots of fun. Is that you have to bring something from your home that you already have. Okay? It can be something that is still wrapped up, or it can be something that you just had around the house that you no longer want. And you can wrap
Storage
it
container
up.
of hot sauce.
Yeah, exactly. We did this at the family, and it was so fun.
Yeah.
Until
Oh no.
somebody got some old figurines that were probably from 1930 that still had the dust. Seriously, still had dust on
That was
them.
funny.
And they got them, and they didn't really. They were like, they were like, oh yeah. And the person that brought them
They got their feelings hurt.
is trying to sit there and convince you how awesome of a gift it is. But one year we did, so our pastor at the church that I went to, he was known for Mother's Day and Father's Day, he would always get the dads and the moms a little gift. He would give the moms a rose and a little something, and the dads would get some kind of gadget. One year, he brought what he thought it was a table.
Oh
I'm sorry. He thought it was a tabletop grill that he was buying all the men, and it was like a $10 tabletop grill.
Oh no.
You'd use it one. Actually, we got one of those. Used it one time, and the charcoal.
Just
we
fell
got
out
to
the
use it one
bottom.
time. It fell out the bottom because it got too hot. But what he got was one of the grilling rack, the wire rack that sits down into the little grill, and that's all it was. But he thought it was the grill, and he gave all the dads in the church one. So he went and bought like 20 of these things. And so when we were doing that, bring something you don't want from your house,
Is that what y'all brought?
that got wrapped up. And it was because everybody that was at the house for the Christmas we all went to church together. It was a family church. So everybody got the significance of it, and it was hilarious.
That is funny.
So every year, whoever got that would wrap it back up, and they would try to do things to disguise it so you wouldn't know that's what you got.
Yeah.
And you thought you were being slick, and you would pick the big box,
And then you'd get
way
the
down
little-
inside that thing would be this rack, and it was hilarious. I got one year, and I laughed so hard, clap on, clap off thingies. And it was hilarious. I think that stuff is funny. And it
Yeah.
does not hurt my feelings if I get something.
See, but
like
I
that.
want to know. Oh, sorry. I want to know if we're playing serious or if we're doing funny stuff.
Yeah.
Because like when you're with my immediate family, like mom, dad, and them, we decided that we were going to do gift cards. So we would all get a $25 gift card, but the gift you traded would be something just crazy that cost like no more than $5 or $10. So you played based off that goofy gift, and then at the end you got your gift card, and you didn't know where your gift card was to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it was fun.
That sounds like fun. All right, it's 7:32. We're going to take another break. When we come back, we will talk about an outbreak in Tennessee
Ugh.
schools that you just dealt with not too long ago.
Yes.
And we'll talk about the 21-year-old that has been arrested due to an accident that was caused. We'll talk about that. When we come back, you're listening to Morning Mayhem on Piper Peach Radio. Therese and Taylor broadcasting live from the Clayton Tractor Studio. We'll be right back.
Chilton Mobile Home Parts and Supply is your go-to destination for top quality mobile home parts and supplies in Clanton, Alabama. Conveniently located at 14023 County Road 29, just 3 miles east of Thorsby. We offer a diverse inventory, including underpinning, doors, windows, faucets, tubs, setup supplies, and more. Our commitment to quality ensures you'll find the best solutions for your mobile home needs. Upgrade your space with stylish doors and windows. Enhance functionality with top-notch faucets and tubs. All conveniently available in one place. Visit us today or call 205-646-1949. Transform your mobile home with Chilton, where quality meets convenience. Looking for the perfect way to unwind, compete, and have fun with friends or family? Then Putter Up Pelham is your next destination. Coming this June. Whether you're a mini golf pro or just out for a good time, Putter Up offers a one-of-a-kind indoor putting experience with custom effects lighting, sounds, and robotics at each hole, plus automated scoring and a virtual caddy to guide your game. And our ADA-compliant courses include special putters for individuals using wheelchairs or walkers, so everyone can join the fun from ages 4 to 100. Rain or shine, day or night, it's always game time at Putter Up. Come for the fun, stay for the challenge. Swing by Putter Up, where every stroke counts. Need reliable towing or diesel repair? MEMS Wrecker and Heavy Duty Diesel Repair has you covered. We specialize in light and heavy duty towing and recovery with the latest equipment for any job, from campers and tractor trailers to winch box recoveries, and the only local-based rotator in the county. We do it all. Our diesel repair services include computer diagnostics, engine rebuilds, transmission and clutch work, and general maintenance. Trust MEMS Wrecker and Heavy Duty Diesel Repair for top-notch service. Call us at 205-217-1984. Some family traditions begin with an ending. Lasting family legacies are established at Martin Funeral Home, where for over 100 years, we have served the families in our community. Bobby, Donnie, Norma, and our family at Martin Funeral Home would like to express our sincere gratitude for allowing us to serve your family. Every life story deserves the perfect setting. We are here to make that happen for you and your loved one. We offer traditional funeral home services, and we are now excited to be the home of the first crematory in Clanton, Alabama. Our goal is to serve our families no matter what their needs are. Martin Funeral Home, serving Chilton County since 1921. Please give us a call at 755 3550.
We are back. The time is 7:36. We're listening to Morning Mayhem on Piper Beach Radio. The conversations that go on on break. We're broadcasting live from the Clayton Tractor Studios. Therese and Taylor here with you. I guess it was Monday or Tuesday. There was a horrible wreck in Ontario. The crash happened on Tuesday afternoon. The violent crash left 3 people dead and at least 4 other injuries. It was captured on dash cam and was obtained exclusively by ABC. The video comes from the very semi-truck that is accused of causing the crash. It shows the truck slamming into the back of an SUV, and then it plows into a bunch of other vehicles in the same lane. Now that video is being used as part of the investigation. 8 cars were damaged, and it was a fiery crash too. Turns out the driver of the semi that caused the wreck, 21 years old, has a CDL, and is illegal.
In Ontario?
That's where the accident happened. He lives in Yuba City, try this again. Yuba City, Northern California. Turns out he was under the influence of drugs and alcohol, and he has now been charged with vehicular manslaughter.
As he should.
Something similar happened with the guy that did the U-turn and caused all that. He, it turns out, was also here illegally and had somehow obtained a CDL license.
Gosh.
I'm not understanding how this is happening.
I don't know, but I know it's ridiculously easy to get fake IDs. Like,
Do you now?
yes, I do. Not because I ever had one, but because someone I know set up a fake ID place at their place of school in their dorm. Not anyone that I know personally, but someone that I know that they know.
Oh,
Yeah.
great fun. All right.
I guess so.
There you go.
But they used their dorm closet as a DMV. Ordered a green screen and everything. And the IDs, I mean, I saw a picture of it. I guess pictures are different than real life, but it looked legit. So if you're going that far, then
I'm not sure if I don't know that anything he had on him was, something like that. This is just really sad.
Yeah.
That this kind of stuff is happening. I mean, it could have just been a regular truck driver that was under the influence, but in this particular case, it wasn't.
Yeah.
We've got to figure out a way to stop this kind of stuff from happening.
I know. I think the companies need to be held more liable.
Well, here's what's going to happen. They are 100%. This company is going to be held liable. Probably going to end up going, because you know what happened to the other guy. The other guy's business that he worked for, they ended up closing their doors.
Yeah, I bet. But
They're going to have to reopen
I
as
feel like
another
just like
company.
Nurses have where you can go on and look up their license. That's how it should be if you drive any kind of big truck or a big vehicle like that. Because, I mean, I don't know. It's different than driving a car, you know?
It is. See, my stepdad's a truck driver.
Yeah.
And I don't know that he's ever had an accident. I cannot think of, he's been in my life since I was 19, and I cannot think of a time that he's gotten a ticket or been in an accident
Yeah.
since I've known him. But I worry about him. And here's the thing is that I get both sides sometimes. you got some truck drivers that are just careless
Yeah.
and they try to get over. But maybe they're not even careless. It's just sometimes it's about a blind spot.
Mm-hmm.
You put your blinker on, you think you're clear, you go to get over, boom, you've hit a car. But at the same time, you have idiot drivers that are in these cars that are zip, zip, zip,
Yeah.
zip, zip. They tailgate the truck drivers. They can't see you. Then they, get up. Then they zip right in front of you. I watch it happen regularly.
Mm-hmm.
These trucks cannot stop on a dime. I've said it a million times. They cannot. So if you pull out in front of one or you zip in front of one and then you put your brake on, 10 times out of 10, they're going to run up on the back of you.
Yeah.
Every time. So, but, I see there are two sides. There's, a different scenario for different situations. But I will say lately, it just seems like this is happening a lot. I don't know if it's just because they're focusing on it because it's people who are here illegally that are causing these wrecks, which is probably a lot of it, especially right now. Every dog wants to have its day in the media showing you whatever. But I mean, I don't know. I
don't know. I think a lot of it too is just work ethic and the lack of it nowadays because people don't take the job seriously, and just humans in general just aren't what they used to be. That sounds crazy, but I mean,
Yeah. I want to say good morning to Vicky. Good morning, Ricky. Good morning to my pumpkin. She said Randy Travis said himself, they can't stop on a dime. Have you heard that song by him? But it's the
Three
Wooden Crosses. Yeah, that's the name of the song. The first time I heard that song, I boo-hooed like a baby girl. I was like, my gosh, what in the world, that song, why did it do me like that? Because it was the ending of it. Mm-hmm. Because it was the prostitute that was given the Bible that ended up being his mother that taught him about the Bible.
Yeah.
Because the pastor, gave it to her, and he was one of the ones that died in the crash. So that whole song, it gave me chill bumps, hair standing straight up on my. But I love that song. That's probably one of my favorite songs by him.
Really?
Yeah, I love that song. Absolutely love it.
It is
love
a good
Randy
one.
Travis. Missed him being able to perform.
I know
because of his stroke.
It's so pitiful.
But they have done some AI stuff, and while I think that's great, it's not him.
No.
So you're not going to sell it to me like it's him. You're just not. I know all his songs. You're not gonna put one out and say, this is Randy Travis.
Definitely not.
It's not. It's AI Randy, but it's not Randy.
Therese broke it down to Randy the other day.
Huh?
Randy Travis song came on and it.
That was the end of it.
I didn't break it down to Randy Travis.
She broke down.
I broke down to that song. I didn't break it down. Yeah. When I broke it down, it was usually to the electric slide.
Okay.
I told somebody one time, they said, that song, drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. And I said, yeah, I just squat like it's warm now. I can't drop it like it's hot. I can't even get back up now. I get down and I say, help.
That's funny.
I'm not coming back up without some help. Oh, goodness. Is Zena here? I don't think she's supposed to be here till about 8, but I didn't. I thought she was here. We'll go ahead and get her on. But so a few weeks ago, he's making me take a break.
Go back in up there.
Dadgummit.
Right now.
For 2 breaks, I've been telling y'all we're going to talk about an outbreak that's going on in these schools, and then he hits the time.
Here comes Baden.
Oh, thanks, Braden.
Official clock keeper over there.
I know, right? I don't know who he thinks he is. He would be that guy Dirty Santa with. He'll be like, nuh-uh, that's dead. It's already been gotten twice. It's stolen twice. It's dead.
And then it hits her and he'd be like, oh, that wasn't really a mark. That was just an accidental place that I'm on.
I never can understand. Like, everybody has
Well, then
their own rules.
you know what? You could come play in my
That's true.
place.
Yeah, every family has their
They
own
really
set
do.
of Dirty Santa rules. And
That's
none
like
of
at
them
the
are ever
end.
the same anywhere you go. You're like, well, that's not how
Okay.
we play.
I think at the end, it does not matter if anything's been taken. If you draw the last number, you should get to choose anything in the game. Because everything good's going to be lost anyway.
I will box your ears off.
I mean,
I will kangaroo you.
that is
No.
just a privilege.
You're
It's
not,
not like
no.
you chose the
You
last
are
number.
not taking my blanket. That I,
Oh my gosh.
absolutely not. That I strategically made happen. That I was the one that got it, and then you come back up here because you drew the last one. You can
Yeah.
take my gift.
It's privilege.
Well, here's the thing, though. People will pick bags. They'll pick them up. They'll say, "Oh, this is heavy. This has got to be a good one," and then it's something dumb.
Yeah.
You know, so you can't. Looks are deceiving. You might have
Well-
left the best one on the floor because you thought
It's
it was
part of it.
Yeah. So you don't get to at the end of it get the best gift and then
Yeah.
turn around and say, "But I want yours." No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No. Mm-mm. I'm not playing Dirty Santa with you. We are not playing Dirty Santa here. Taylor doesn't play right. All right, it's 7:47. We're going to take a break. When we come back, I promise you the first story we talk about is going to be the outbreak in some schools in Tennessee because Taylor just dealt with this situation herself.
I did.
So you're listening to Morning Mayhem on Piper Peach Radio. Teresa and Taylor broadcasting live from the Clanton Tractor Studio. We'll be right back.
You really don't think
Need reliable towing or diesel repair? MEMS Wrecker and Heavy Duty Diesel Repair has you covered. We specialize in light and heavy duty towing and recovery with the latest equipment for any job, from campers and tractor trailers to winch box recoveries, and the only local-based rotator in the county. We do it all. Our diesel repair services include computer diagnostics, engine rebuilds, transmission and clutch work, and general maintenance. Trust MEMS Wrecker and Heavy Duty Diesel Repair for top-notch service. Call us at 205-217-1984. Some family traditions begin with an ending. Lasting family legacies are established at Martin Funeral Home, where for over 100 years, we have served the families in our community. Bobby, Donnie, Norma, and our family at Martin Funeral Home would like to express our sincere gratitude for allowing us to serve your family. Every life story deserves the perfect setting. We are here to make that happen for you and your loved one. We offer traditional funeral home services, and we are now excited to be the home of the first crematory in Clanton, Alabama. Our goal is to serve our families no matter what their needs are. Martin Funeral Home, serving Chilton County since 1921. Please give us a call at 205-755-3550.
Universal Heights Academy is now enrolling for the following programs: aesthetics, manicurist, waxing, cosmetology, barbering, and the instructor crossover program. We are offering small class sizes for more personalized instruction. Hybrid and online classes are also available. Find us on Facebook or visit uhaway.com for more information on our discounted enrollment rates. Your rewarding career starts with Universal Heights Academy.
We are back. The time is 7:49. You're listening to Morning Mayhem on Piper Peach Radio. Teresa and Taylor here with you on this Thursday morning. We're not done with the Dirty Santa
we
talk.
regret to inform that we
Because
are not getting to the outbreak.
we will. But for at least another 5 minutes, I gotta go on a tangent. Please bear with me.
Oh my gosh.
There's two things. Okay, first of all, I want to say that the one time I did get mad about Dirty Santa, I was pretty ticked off because there was a gift there, and I was like, I want that so bad because it was an angel and it was beautiful, and I was a collector of angels. Matter of fact, I told everybody knew I was a collector of angels because for my birthday they asked like, what kind of stuff do you like, and I was like, blankets, candles, fuzzy socks, and angels. Picture frames, anything like that. And it could be $1 picture frame. I just love picture frames and put pictures anywhere. So there was an angel that was a Santa gift. And I got it. And I was so excited. I was like, oh, I love this. It's so beautiful. this woman, this dirty, skanky hoe that I worked with, took my angel. She took my angel, and I couldn't get it back. I could not get it back. I was infuriated because it was like she walked over there and went. She's like the way she did it. She was like, and it wasn't. It was like she was just ugly about it. It wasn't like it was in fun for her. It was like I don't like this girl, and I am taking her angel because I know she likes it. I was hot. I was mad the rest of the day. I couldn't even function. I was so mad about it because it felt so personal that she did that to me. And it's not supposed to be that way. It's supposed to be fun.
She got her gift she brought with her, and she left in the middle of the Dirty Santa game.
I did not want to participate in this day anymore. And it was like a fun day. We really weren't open anymore after that. But I was like getting my food, and I was getting the heck out of there. I was ticked. But here's the thing. When you set, we were talking about this during the break, about how when you set a limit or whatever for a gift, and then, so let's say the limit is $25. When you say that, do you mean, or a $10, when they say a $10 limit, do you mean that's the most you can spend or that's the least you can spend? Because that determines a lot of times what people end up getting you. So if you set a $25 limit, that means that you cannot spend over $25. It doesn't mean that people are going to spend $25. You may get a $2 gift. You may get a $5 gift. But you may get a $25 gift. Or if you say it like $10 minimum, that means that the least they can spend is $10, and whatever you get could be more than that. So how do you phrase it when you set up your Dirty Santa for everybody? Do you say it's a $10 minimum or a $20 minimum, or do you say that it's a $10 or $20 or $25 limit?
So I think that if it's like a goofy, like fun Dirty Santa, then if I said $10 limit, you wouldn't spend more than $10 because it's not going to be a gift that you're going to use. But if you're playing serious Dirty Santa and y'all are doing it to actually get a gift and it's a $25, I think it should be a minimum. But also, I don't think you should spend twice that much. I think the gift itself should be at least $25. And then any extra you spend for batteries or for wrapping or, But I don't think that you should spend 2 or 3 times more than...
What if you go somewhere and the retail price on it or the original price on it is $25, but you get it on sale for $10? Is that cheating?
I don't think so.
Or is that just
because
being
it's still a good
thrifty
gift.
and a bargain?
I think it's just being
still
thrifty.
The value.
Yeah.
Of it. Okay. I struggle with that because I never understand what is it, a minimum or is it a limit that I'm dealing with?
Yeah.
So I always try to get something somewhere in the middle that I think whatever. So it's fair.
And now if you
I'm
ask
never going to
Bailey,
get a cheap gift and just.
If you ask Bailey, that is the limit and that's the absolute most that you should spend.
Oh, so
He's
10, 15, whatever.
Yeah. He's a what is it called? Cheapskate.
Yeah. Well, we didn't
in the best way possible.
We didn't do Dirty Santa one year, but we had decided that the adults in the family were not swapping gifts.
Yeah.
Only the kids, because when you got a family, you got cousin after cousin after cousin after cousin. And there was like 13 cousins. And so you had to draw names. Well, you'd say, put a limit on it. We say, okay, we're going to put a limit on it, especially because most of the families had more than one child.
Yeah.
Some had 2, some had 3. So if you had 3 kids and the limit was $20, then you were spending $60 for Christmas gifts.
Yeah.
And there was a family that has 1 kid that's spending $20 for, you know what I'm saying? So we tried to do a number that was digestible if you had multiple kids. But what I found was some people were buying, if they drew the name of their favorite cousin, that favorite cousin was getting a more extravagant
Oh,
gift
yeah.
than somebody else in
Yeah.
the family. And that got to be where I was like, we're not doing this anymore.
Yeah.
Because what's happening is I'm going out and I'm trying to make sure I'm sticking to the limit in the budget. And you're going out there and you're getting my kid a gift from the Dollar Tree. We're not doing this. It's
Yeah.
not fair to the kids because they're looking at what they got compared to what everybody else got. And it is not right.
Yeah.
And if you don't have the money to get
Just
a
say
gift,
that.
just say that.
Yeah.
And heck, I will go and buy it myself and
Yes.
say that it came from you. And nobody's the
know.
wiser. But
With
don't
Bailey's
embarrass my
family,
kid like that.
It's like the adults or the older kids, like teens and up, that play
Mhm.
Dirty Santa. And then the little kids, like Decent, like their parent is responsible for bringing them something to open.
Well, your hubby says, your hubby says, I agree. She says, oh my God, I remember this. Better not touch her blanket and candle now. That's what it is. I'm not thinking. Your hubby says retail value is the price. Anything saved is just a bonus for you.
Okay,
So,
and I
yeah.
agree with that. But Bailey, a rant. I've picked gifts
Bailey.
before, and I'm like, oh, this is within the, and he's like, no, that's too much. That's the limit. We're not going to spend over that. And I'm like, okay, but I'm not going and trading gifts and bringing something that was $5 whenever they're going to have gift cards that are at least $25. I'll feel bad.
Yeah. I get it. It's this hard.
And then he wants to try and tell me what is and isn't a good gift. One year I wanted to get one of those little s'more, like I think it was at Belk, and it was like the little propane heater, and it had little s'more sticks, and you could do indoor like s'mores.
Oh, neat.
Yeah, and I was like, I'm gonna do that, and then get like the marshmallows and the chocolate bars, wrap it up, do it like a little basket situation. And he's like, no, that's not a good gift. Yes, it is.
Bailey. Come on, man. That was a good gift.
Right.
All right, let's get to this hand. It's a hand, foot, and mouth disease. I'm gonna go ahead and tell
Yes.
y'all what it is before I forget again. So Tennessee has had 31 schools and daycares in, let's see, what county is this? Shelby County, Tennessee, which includes the city of Memphis. The county health department says the cases were first identified in August, but health officials were not even notified until early September. 31 schools and 3 child care centers have been affected, and at least 178 students and staff members, because this can affect adults,
Yes, it
right?
can. It definitely can.
And this is the hand, foot, and mouth disease. And since you had your your son get it, and then you got it from him, talk about what that was, because you went to the doctor.
And honestly, I don't even know that I got it from him. I wonder if he got it from me, because the doctor told us that in adults, it can manifest as like cold symptoms. And as soon as I started working at the preschool, I had a stuffy nose. And like, I thought it was just my immune system, because I wasn't used to being around that many kids all the time. But then I want to say it was the second, maybe the third week of school, he had a place on his lip, and I didn't realize, like, I thought it was toothpaste because he's got strawberry toothpaste, and it just popped up overnight. And then by the time we left home and got to school, he had them on his hands. It was that quick.
This is showing an adult with it on their hand. Did you
Yes,
get it
I
on your
did.
hands? Did you?
And Bailey said that that's like not the normal, and I didn't know that.
No, I don't know.
I got them on my hands, on my feet, and in my mouth. My tongue.
Yeah.
It was almost like an ulcer on either side of my tongue. It was terrible.
It says most cases of hand, foot, and mouth disease are mild. It does spread quickly and easily, especially in group environments like schools and daycares, obviously.
Yeah.
Usually you have mild symptoms for 7 to 10 days. How long did
Oh
yours
my gosh,
last?
ours was like 2 weeks.
Oh, that's right, because you weren't here.
Yes.
You get
Because I felt like we just kept passing it back and forth. Because Deason would not stay off of me. God love him.
Well, when
and
they're
then I think
sick,
he
they want
was
their
sneaking my
mom.
drink, because I told him, I was like, do not drink my drink. And then I'd come in and I'd be like, I did not do that.
I know you did that.
And I'd ask him, and he'd be like, yeah.
My brother,
my
would do that. He'd drink my mom's drink, and she'd say, "Did you drink my drink?" And he'd say,
Yeah.
The green monster did." And she was like, The green monster that's wearing the Hulk pajamas is the one that did it. It says you can it has fever, sore throat, painful mouth sores, that blister and a rash on the hands and feet. I have never had it, and I don't think my kids have ever had it. But we've had family members that have had it. But
So
and it
ours
is
didn't
rough.
get really bad. You know, a lot of times you'll see pictures of kids with it and their whole mouth is like broke out. Ours never got bad like that. He only had he had like 2 spots on his lip and 1 on the inside of his lip. And we never had a fever. So I think we had a really mild case of it.
Yeah, thank goodness.
My hands hurt really, I'd say not really bad. Like it wasn't like I couldn't handle it, but almost like I had been bitten by ants. And that's what they looked like on my hands too. Like they were
Really?
little bitty. Yeah. And they hurt and itched for 1 day. But we were taking Epsom salt baths and I had put like colloidal silver spray on my hands and
It says that this disease is most common in children under 5, but then the adults get the other symptoms. But you can get the like what you did on your hands and stuff. Apparently, they had to close the school down and do a whole
because it's really
disinfecting
contagious.
thing, and
But thankfully, I think because we caught it, because Deason, he was complaining. We found his on a Monday, and that Saturday he was complaining about not feeling good, just being tired. He was really whiny, and then that Sunday we were visiting a friend's church for their baptism, and on the way there he's complaining about his mouth hurting. But he also says that when he's thirsty, like when his mouth is thirsty, or when his mouth is dry and he's thirsty, that's what he'll say is my mouth hurts. So I just thought he was thirsty.
yeah, it's hard to tell. Some people just not
Especially when they can't really communicate very well.
Yeah.
I mean, he can, but you know, he don't know.
He don't really know what to say
Yeah.
other than that. All right, it is 8:02. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to have my sweet friend Miss Zena Cardwell with Central Alabama Wellness, and she's going to tell us what all they have going on. They have a big event that they're going to do a fundraiser for, and we're going to talk about that and what she's been up to for the last little bit. So y'all stay with us. You're listening to Morning Mayhem on Piper Peach Radio. Teresa and Taylor broadcasting live from the Clinton Tractor Studio. Stay with us.
Traditions come and go, but excellent service and compassionate care are benchmarks in any era. That's what Ellison Memorial Funeral Home is committed to providing you. Whether through the pre-arrangement process or seeking services at your time of loss, Ellison Memorial offers a noticeable level of care and attention to detail. Others do not. So before making a decision based on yesterday's traditions, experience the Ellison difference when it comes to your loved one's final arrangements. You'll be glad you did. Call us today at 205-280-4600. Ellison Memorial Funeral Home, setting the new standard in local funeral service excellence. We are always here when you need us.
Underage drinking is deemed by many adults to be a rite of passage. Parents who host parties for youth may think they are being protective, but they are actually putting their youth at risk of physical and social consequences. Know the truth. Underage drinking and social hosting is a bad mix. For more information, contact Central Alabama Wellness, 205-651-0077, or visit centralalabamawellness.org.
Chilton Mobile Home Parts and Supply is your go-to destination for top quality mobile home parts and supplies in Clanton, Alabama. Conveniently located at 14023 County Road 29, just 3 miles east of Thorsby. We offer a diverse inventory, including underpinning, doors, windows, faucets, tubs, setup supplies, and more. Our commitment to quality ensures you'll find the best solutions for your mobile home needs. Upgrade your space with stylish doors and windows. Enhance functionality with top-notch faucets and tubs. All conveniently available in one place. Visit us today or call 205-646-1949. Transform your mobile home with Chilton, where quality meets convenience.
8:06. You're listening to Morning Mayhem on Piper Peach Radio. Therese and Taylor here with you, and one of my favorite people in the whole wide world, Miss Zena Cardwell with Central Alabama Wellness. How are you, my love?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much.
You look beautiful
Well, it's
in
the
that
red.
red. I love
It's Red
it.
Ribbon Week. That's what I'm doing here. Yes.
I love it. Okay, so yes, you've already told it's Red Ribbon Week. So let's talk about Red Ribbon. Red
I
Ribbon
know.
Week.
Listen.
What in the world?
I've been saying that for over 20 years,
Well,
and I always have problems with
okay.
saying it. So we're going to take it
Red
slow.
Ribbon Week. We're going to talk about that. What it means and what all is going on at Central Alabama Wellness. You got a big event coming for that as well. So let's talk about it. What you got going on?
Red Ribbon Week is a week that is taken out of the last week of October, and it's a celebration of making good decisions, bringing awareness to drug prevention within the schools. So what we have going on, and it's been going on for about over and since the 1980s, and it started with a guy named Kiki Camarena, who was a DEA agent, and he was trying to take down this huge Mexican cartel, and his cover was blown, and they actually tortured him to death. So as for his family and friends got together and started a Red Ribbon campaign at his school in California. And it grew from that. This was, of course, during the time of Say No to Drugs, and Ronald Reagan and Nancy Reagan started building programs around it. And that's really how my profession was birthed out of, with drug prevention. And over the years, it has evolved with not just saying no. It's about how the community can get together and rally around our young people, because every aspect of our community affects our young people. So whether it's policy changes in the schools, parents, communities. And so that's what we do at Central Alabama Wellness. As for me, as the drug prevention director, is to bring the community together, to rally around our young people, to help them to make good decisions, building protective factors that they would need to make those decisions. And so Red Ribbon Week is for drug prevention is our national holiday.
Right.
So we do a lot of things, and that's across the board, because I'm not the only person that does prevention in the state of Alabama. We are across the board bringing awareness to drug prevention and also making healthy decisions.
That's awesome. That's a great program. I think so many young people do, and you think when you say this that it's like, it's not that bad. The peer pressure that they are under sometimes to just experiment, just try it, just do it one time. And that's all it takes, is that one time to lead them down that wrong path and that rabbit hole of addiction.
And the thing about with prevention, it's so many aspects that happens in a person's life that will lead them to make a decision. It's never one thing that happens in our lives, because we can handle those one things. It's those multiple things. You know, when things start going bad at school, when start going bad with their family and friends, they don't feel like they fit in. They, dealing with the stresses of life, because the stressors that they deal with is on a completely different level, because it's now incorporated with social media, and so it's never a time that they're not off. They're constantly dealing with things. And so when we look at the multiple things that will lead into, it's just never one thing, but peer pressure, social media, having problems at school, having problems to being able to socialize with other people, communication, feeling like they're not a part of something, not involved in activities. The worst thing that you could possibly do with working with young people is not have them involved.
Exactly. Give them the guidance and really not give them the opportunity to. And one thing that is true, and I told my kids this, and I still believe it to this day. You can say, "Well, I have friends that do this and that, but I don't do it but I will tell you, you are who you surround yourself with.
Yes.
It 100% that's true.
Because your environment changes you faster than you change your environment. And so if you go into it like, oh, I'm not going to do it, but these are still my friends, what if you have a bad day? What if you have something that's stress and you're surrounded with people that saying, this is how we deal with our stress. This is how we deal with our bad day. Just drink a little bit. Smoke a little bit.
Yeah.
It'll calm you down. It'll get yourself.
Exactly.
So you have
justify
to be
it.
careful.
And then
Yes.
once you justify it, it makes it easier to do in your conscience too.
Yeah.
Well, it's not so bad. I'm having a rough day. I deserve to be able to, have a moment of peace or clarity or whatever they think they're getting out of it.
Yes.
It's not always the case, or it's never the case.
And we do that as adults.
Yeah.
Think about the people that you're connected to. When I was out there partying, guess what? I had people that was out there partying with me. Now that I'm in church, I got some people that praising and worshiping with me.
Exactly.
Your environment does influence you, and that's why when we start talking about drug prevention, we want to empower our youth. So in the school system that we have going on in Chilton County, we have been able to get into 3 schools now. Last year we had 1, but we're at Jemison Intermediate School, Isabella High School, and Jemison Middle School. And so what we have developed is called Student Advisory Board. And these are students that have been chosen by the teachers, and they don't necessarily have to be the brightest students, but showing some type of leadership.
Yes.
So what we do is pour into them. We teach them how to be leaders, and because a lot of times students will listen to their peers, because we're talking about peer pressure, will listen to their peers more than they will listen to an adult. We just come in and lecturing, but when the peer is pouring into them, they're excited that they're in front of the classroom, and they're excited about being able to be leaders in their schools. And so that's what we got going on when we're talking about building our leaders. So teaching them positive peer pressure, because there is positive peer pressure.
Yeah. Absolutely.
It's not just negative. And so when we are able to pour into our young people and teach them leadership skills, and then they're able to take that information, we're doing leadership training with them. We have Community Wellness Committee, which is our local coalition that we have started. And so they're also working with the young people as well, teaching them leadership qualities. And then, so what we got going on for Red Ribbon Week, Jemison they have their own schedule. They're going to be wearing their neon shirts, saying this year theme is Life is a Puzzle, solve it drug free.
I like it.
So what I love about that theme is that we got so many different puzzle pieces that are connected to our youth. And so we're doing things in the community. That's one of the puzzle piece. We're doing things about policy changing. That's one of the puzzle piece. And we're doing things into the school. So Isabella Student Advisory Board wanted to put together a health fair.
Okay.
Yeah. And so
like it.
next Wednesday, the 29th, whenever the 29th is.
Okay, that's going to be Wednesday.
Okay, the 29th, we're going to have a health fair at Isabella High School. And we're going to bring, community resources, because again, it's about connecting the puzzle pieces, and bringing community resources for the youth, and they can take it home with them. I'm going to be doing a presentation for the 6th, 7th, and 8th grade on tomorrow. Just talking about Red Ribbon Week, talking about gateway drugs such as vaping, alcohol, and marijuana, and just giving them information, because I truly believe our young people are so knowledgeable, but sometimes they don't know what to do with that information.
Yep.
And so just having them to think about their decisions and their choices, and and so we're doing some great things in the community, and we want to continue to do that, and be able to import into our parents. For our community wellness committee, we do what we call not lunch talk, I'm sorry, we do coffee chat.
Oh, okay.
And we have it on our Facebook page, and we do interviews with our community resources. So this past beginning of this month, we did breast cancer awareness.
Mm-hmm.
And so we had, we have our coffee chat at the Starbucks in Clanton.
Oh, I
Yeah.
like it.
Oh, it's so cute. Yeah. You gotta go back on our page because it's like it is so perfect. And at first I was like, it's gonna be too loud, but we had our mics and everything, and so that's where we have our coffee chats. And so we're trying to get out there in the community, educate our community, empower our parents
Mm-hmm.
because that's where it starts. You
Yeah.
know, we have to empower the parents. Be involved in your children's life. Just because they're your children doesn't mean you know them.
That's true.
You know, so you have to have those conversations. We've even been passing out conversation starters in Spanish and in English. So anytime we go out and we are setting up a booth or we're part of something, we're going to give this information out to the community. We do surveys. Okay, what is the community seeing? Where are the youth getting this information, or do you know about social hosting and how illegal it is? So just being able to educate not only our students but our parents and our community is the most important thing, because drug prevention is not just about just saying no, like we
Yeah.
said earlier.
Yeah, you're right. It's not. And although that was a great thing to come up with back then, you know, we've progressed so much since then. Like you said, we do have computers and phones, and everything's connected to a different social media source, because there's social media sources out there that I've never heard of.
Yeah.
And these kids will find it. I don't know how, but they will find it.
And that's not my forte, because I probably don't think
Me
I have is
either.
Facebook, and I'm like, how do I navigate this?
I struggle. My kids have to tell me how to
Me
do
too.
everything. But you know that you do have to have those are hard conversations to have.
Yes.
And as a parent, you don't really know how to start it, because and how you start how you start it is going to depend on how receptive your child is to it as well.
Yes.
Because if they think for 1 second you're coming at them, their ears close completely up, they shut down, and they tune you out.
And you know, the conversation starters, I love those cards, but the conversation starters are just questions. I was reading one of them, and it says, has it ever been a time that I did not listen to you? Has there ever been a time where you wanted to talk to me about something and I didn't show you that attention? So conversation starter, guess
Ooh.
what? It means that you start by putting your phone down. And just like we're having a conversation here, we can't be an active listener in a conversation when we're so distracted by everything else. So the first thing you do, put that phone down. Take moments where you are having heart-to-heart conversations or just light conversations. But it starts with conversation. Everything starts with a talk.
It does. You're right.
Yeah.
And those are hard talks, especially because so many parents are afraid they're going to alienate their child from them, and then they're going to not ever come to them about anything, that you are afraid to broach a lot of the subjects that you need to be finding out what your kids are doing.
It's really how you react to it. It's
A
been
lot of it
things when
is.
my teenagers, when I had teenagers, thank God they're adults now. Whew. When I had teenagers, and in my mind, they would come to me about certain things. In my mind, I'm like, oh my God. And in my head, I'm like, blah, 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 blah. But my reaction was, let's talk about it. It can, when your child feel comfortable coming to you with a difficult topic, your reaction determines how they're going to come back to you.
True.
So if they're going to tell you something and you go off and you're screaming and you're disciplining them, why would they come back to you with the next thing? Because then what in their mind now, because of that first conversation, is I can't talk to my mom. I can't talk to my dad. And so how we react to them. And in our minds, we want to go off, we want to discipline our children, but in that moment, do they need a friend?
Yeah.
In a moment, do they need just someone to talk to? You can handle the discipline later, but that initial conversation determines how they're going to come back to you.
Exactly. And I've learned the hard way myself, because while, I had one, and then I had the two, and then I had the third one. By the time the third one rolled around, I was a little better equipped. So he will come to me about
Yeah.
things. The other two, they will, but they test the water first.
Yeah. And that's because
It's
of
usually
how we
it's,
reacted.
can I ask you a question?
Mhm.
Can I talk to you for a second? Can I just, and then I immediately would brace myself like,
Yeah.
oh, what's coming?
Yeah.
And I maybe did not always react the way
Me
that they
neither.
needed me to.
Because we want the best for our children, and if we see them going down the wrong path, in our mind we got to discipline them. We got to make sure they're structured, make sure that. But think about how it is when you have your boss, and if your boss is not easy to talk to, you're not going to always go to them with things. It's the same thing. It's the same concept.
It is. You're
You know?
right.
So we gotta, when you have a person that you can talk to, and it's not in a place of judgment, and it's hard because it's hard for us to separate.
It
'cause
is.
In our minds, we're disciplining them, but in their minds, it's judgment.
Well, and two, I don't know any adult that wants for a boss or anybody to talk at them. Kids are the same way. They don't
Yes.
want you to talk at them. They want you to
Yes.
talk with them.
Yes.
They don't want you projecting, your, I don't know, your immediate
Yeah.
reaction onto them. They need you to have the calm head, and it's hard to do though as a parent, because like you said, you want to steer that boat for them
Yes.
because you're afraid they're about to go off course. And sometimes, you handle it the wrong way, but it's a learning curve. Being a parent is a learning curve.
Yes.
But when you have tools like that, the conversation starters, I think something like that is so important, especially now. Especially now.
Because it just opened up the opportunity, and when you start having those conversations, it can be one card, or one conversation, it can lead to something else. It really is
Exactly.
But it's just like we're having this right now. We started on Red Ribbon Week. Now we're talking about conversation starters. It becomes where, okay, I'm comfortable with you. I could talk about this, and they're not going to tell you everything.
Oh no, they're just not gonna.
But at least have that door open for them when and if they're not ready to talk, if you see them going through something and you see they're kind of shutting down, if they're not ready to talk, still say, I want whenever you feel like you're ready, and you know that I'm here for you. And I know that something is going on. I recognize, because sometimes kids just need for you to recognize that they got some stuff going on. And if they're not ready to talk, give them an opportunity. That's the same thing with any type of relationship. If a person's not ready to talk to you about it, even as a therapist, it take a long time for people to open up and tell me some deep stuff. Like,
It
you the one
does.
signed up for this.
It does.
That-
I will
that's
tell
the
you,
crazy part.
my son, he would always say you could tell by his face, his body language, how he was acting, just everything about him said, I've got something going on. And I would say, hey pal, you okay? Well, I don't want to talk about it. And I'd say, okay, well, if you're ready to talk to me, I'm always here. And then the second I would say that, he would go to his room, put his stuff down, turn around, and come right back in there and talk to me about it. I think he just wanted to see if I was going to handle it. No, come in here. We're going to sit down. We're going to talk about this. Because I'm a problem solver, and I want to tackle it because I don't want you to have time to think about something you can go do.
Yeah.
But I had to realize that that's not how you handle a lot of times. You just got to give them a minute.
Yeah,
They just
everybody
give them a
minute.
second. I say, okay, well,
And
if you
because
want to talk to
sometimes-
me, I'm here. And then he would, and then
Sometimes people
sometimes
don't know how to process.
exactly.
Not because what we're learning is coping mechanisms. Not everybody knows how to process their emotions in that moment. Maybe they need the time to just process. Okay, what am I feeling at this time? Because at that time they could be feeling anger, but it was something else that provoked the anger, and it could have been that they were disappointed, or something happened and caused them to feel shameful or whatever. But people sometimes need time to process it. Not everybody knows how to say, this is how I'm feeling. So when you give a person, whether it's an adult or a child, an opportunity to process their emotions, but always let them know, hey, I'm here. And if they can't, sometimes people are like, I just don't know what I feel. But then you can just bring in that conversation. It's like, okay, what do you think has started it? And so this is not soft. People always like the soft parent and stuff. It really is teaching our children coping skills. Everything that they learn is from us. If your child is up there screaming and yelling and cussing, guess what? They got it from you. And so everything. It was so funny raising my children. My family would say, "Oh, Zena never gets on to her children," and because when they would get in trouble, like I would have them to write an essay of why they. Being raised by a counselor is not good. But I would have them to write an essay of why they did something wrong and their punishment, to the point where when they got punished, I was like, oh, I can't take this no more. But
you just punish me and let's get it over with.
Why do I have to process this? And even with that my children still had problems with processing, and it always come to me. I'm out here trying to save the world, and they didn't tell me until they was adults, like, Mom, I dealt with depression. What the world? What was I at while I was trying to help somebody else? So you're not. That didn't make me a perfect parent. I just handled things a little different, and I gave them that foundation of being able to communicate. What are you feeling? Letting them know, regardless of what they do, I'm so proud of you. I believe in you, even through the mistakes, even through, and so many times. How many times do we say those things?
Yeah. My oldest daughter, I think we talked about it before, she dealt with addiction issues, and I'm not saying anything that she doesn't put out there herself.
Yeah.
She will be the first one to own it. But, I try to make sure that I recognize the milestones, and I tell her how proud I am of her. Because once that happens, there's a shift there that they need that reinforcement. That the recovery part is hard, and it's always there. Every day you wake up, you're in the recovery again.
Yes.
Every day is a new day. You got through that day, but now tomorrow's another day. And when there's trials and tribulations and things that you're going through day to day to day, that urge may still be there, and you have to fight that every day. You have to make a choice every day. I'm not going to go back to my old ways. I'm going to I'm going to stay on this path. And that's why I try to recognize, I'm so proud of you. I know how difficult I can't imagine how difficult this would be for you every day. But I'm here for you. And, there are days when she'll call me and she said, I'm having a bad day. Yeah. Today's one of those days it would be so easy for me to just pick up the phone. And she's like, but I'm not going to do it because I'm so proud of where I am now, and I don't want to tumble all that back down. Because it took a while to get there. It's taken 6 years now, I think, to get to a good point for her.
And it's a day-to-day thing. And a lot of times we talk about prevention, we talk about treatment, but we don't always talk about what people go through with recovery. Because when you are in recovery, you had years of beating yourself down, and it is such a negative. The way we look at people. Sometimes we look at people in recovery in a negative way, and we look at their past, and we bring up their past, and we bring up all of the stuff that they've done. And
beating a dead horse.
Do you know they have beaten themselves down more than anything that another person can say? That esteem and that level of confidence, they have to rebuild themselves. They have to look at themselves in a different light. And that they're not just in recovery, they're starting a whole life. And sometimes people don't put enough energy into helping someone to look at themselves differently. Because if you think you are something, that's what you're going to be.
It's true. That's very true. You can be your own worst enemy sometimes. All right, it's 8:30. I want you to tell us, we've been talking with Zena Cardwell with Central Alabama Wellness. So tell us one more time. It's Red
It's Red Ribbon Week.
Week.
We are celebrating good
so struggling.
decisions, no drugs, but we are celebrating good decisions, not just in our schools, but also in our communities, making changes, educating our families. If there's ever a time that you guys need us for anything, presentations, coming into church groups, whatever, I am here in Chilton County and also in Shelby County, and we are here to bring everybody together, because just because we're celebrating Red Ribbon Week this week that's coming up, it doesn't mean we stop.
That's right.
This is our celebration. This is wear your red. I got my red on today, but wear your red. Girl.
You're banging in that red too, girl. I'm loving it.
But wear your
Loving
red
it.
and promote healthy choices, and always start something in your home, in your communities, in your families that will promote that as well. And so this is not something that we stop doing, but we do have, like I said, we have the health fair at Isabella. We have presentations going on, and we're just, out there in the community and continue to promote healthy choices.
You are amazing.
You are amazing.
No, you are, girl. We were talking about. Braden said before you came in, we talk about you all the time, and he's like, she's just such a ray of sunshine.
What?
You do, girl? I've told you this before. You have a light about you that is just a whole blessing in itself.
Well,
but
it's the
you,
grace
as a
of God.
person, you are amazing, and I adore you. Thank you
know
for
it's
what
God's
you do.
grace. It's
Thank
God's
you for
grace.
what you do, because we need more people like you that get out there in the community and do this type of thing, because it takes a special person to get that message across. Not everybody can do it.
But I think we're doing it.
You're
I'm
getting
just
it
doing it
done.
in a different aspect.
Yeah.
And we're doing it, and just we have to continue to empower our families, our children, our communities, and we're always doing that. It's people that are doing great things. And I think everybody just have a different lane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yours shines.
Oh.
Yours shines, girl. All right, it's 8:32. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, Taylor and I mean, we have beat the Dirty Santa thing to death.
Oh, my
So
goodness.
we're not going to do that. We're not going to talk about Dirty Santa anymore, but we are going to talk about a Disney cruise passenger that fell overboard. And there's a young man in Wisconsin, and he's the youngest candidate in the governor race there. So we're going to talk about him as well. I know. You're listening to Morning Mayhem on Piper Peach Radio. Therese Taylor and Miss Zena have been broadcasting live from the Clanton Tractor Studios. We'll be right back.
Looking for the perfect way to unwind, compete, and have fun with friends or family? Then Putter Up Pelham is your next destination. Coming this June, whether you're a mini golf pro or just out for a good time, Putter Up offers a one-of-a-kind indoor putting experience with custom effects lighting, sounds, and robotics at each hole, plus automated scoring and a virtual caddy to guide your game. And our ADA-compliant courses include special putters for individuals using wheelchairs or walkers, so everyone can join the fun from ages 4 to 100. Rain or shine, day or night, it's always game time at Putter Up. Come for the fun, stay for the challenge. Swing by Putter Up, where every stroke counts. Need reliable towing or diesel repair? MEMS Wrecker and Heavy Duty Diesel Repair has you covered. We specialize in light and heavy duty towing and recovery with the latest equipment for any job, from campers and tractor trailers to winch box recoveries, and the only local-based rotator in the county. We do it all. Our diesel repair services include computer diagnostics, engine rebuilds, transmission and clutch work, and general maintenance. Trust MEMS Wrecker and Heavy Duty Diesel Repair for top-notch service. Call us at 205-217-1984. Some family traditions begin with an ending. Lasting family legacies are established at Martin Funeral Home, where for over 100 years, we have served the families in our community. Bobby, Donnie, Norma, and our family at Martin Funeral Home would like to express our sincere gratitude for allowing us to serve your family. Every life story deserves the perfect setting. We are here to make that happen for you and your loved one. We offer traditional funeral home services, and we are now excited to be the home of the first crematory in Clanton, Alabama. Our goal is to serve our families no matter what their needs are. Martin Funeral Home, serving Chilton County since 1921. Please give us a call at 205-755-3550.
Universal Heights Academy is now enrolling for the following programs: aesthetics, manicurist, waxing, cosmetology, barbering, and the instructor crossover program. We are offering small class sizes for more personalized instruction. Hybrid and online classes are also available. Find us on Facebook or visit uhaway.com for more information on our discounted enrollment rates. Your rewarding career starts with Universal Heights Academy.
Workout Anytime in Clanton is now open. Your fitness, your schedule. We have top-of-the-line treadmills and weights, but we are more than just a gym. We bring luxury and results to your fitness routine. Relax in our sauna. Recharge with red light therapy. Refresh in our hydro massage beds. Get that glow with unlimited tanning and push your limits with dynamic classes. Need guidance? Our personal trainers are here to help you set your goals, stay motivated, and get real results. This is your space, your time, your transformation, open 24/7. Workout Anytime, now open in Clanton.
Traditions come and go, but excellent service and compassionate care are benchmarks in any era. That's what Ellison Memorial Funeral Home is committed to providing you, whether through the pre-arrangement process or seeking services at your time of loss. Ellison Memorial offers a noticeable level of care and attention to detail. Others do not. So before making a decision based on yesterday's traditions, experience the Ellison difference when it comes to your loved one's final arrangements. You'll be glad you did. Call us today at 205-280-4600. Ellison Memorial Funeral Home, setting the new standard in local funeral service excellence. We are always here when you need us.
We are back. The time is 8:38. You're listening to Morning Mayhem on this Thursday morning. Teresa and Taylor here with you. We were talking with Miss Zena Cardwell from Central Alabama Wellness. I just absolutely love that woman. I told her I could just squeeze her, but I'm afraid I'd break her. I absolutely adore her. She and the whole team there at Central Alabama Wellness, they do a phenomenal job of getting awareness out and prevention. But Zena, she does. The first time I met her, she blew me away with just her whole presence.
Yeah.
And
There's some people that are just so refreshing.
just like that.
Yeah.
Yes, she is one of them. It doesn't matter what she's facing. You're gonna get the best, Zena. You are. You're
I
just
love
gonna,
that.
I absolutely love it too. I saw a story. This is so wild to me. There was, why does this happen to me every time? I'll have it all pulled up and it'll be gone. I just went on a cruise not too long ago for my very first
looking
one.
at cruises at 2:00 this morning.
Huh?
Yeah, I was looking at cruises.
Oh, were you?
Yeah.
Okay, you plan to take a little vacay?
I don't know. I was just looking for spring break.
Yeah. You can find all different kinds of ones, inexpensive ones. If you start now,
I
you
just knocked
can.
this microphone over on my foot.
I sure did. I'm sorry.
No, I think I did it.
No, I did it. I'm pretty sure. Okay.
Is it off?
Well,
Okay.
I don't want to.
I just didn't want to be causing a bunch of ruckus.
And so one of the things in movies and stuff like that, people falling overboard. They fell overboard.
Yeah, I
you know,
don't
what
understand
happened? Nobody just falls overboard.
No.
You know what I'm saying? There is maybe in the 80s, I don't know, it could happen. Now, though, based off what I'm seeing on these cruise ships, you don't just lean and go, whoops, and fall over it.
Yeah.
That does not happen.
No, I don't think so either.
But here's the thing. A 5-year-old did. A 5-year-old girl, she plummeted 50 feet into the ocean off of a Disney cruise ship after she was asked to pose in front of an open porthole.
Oh my goodness.
People, really?
People are goofballs.
She lost her balance while standing in front of a porthole on the Disney Dream cruise ship, and she fell into the water. Her father dove in right after her.
I would too.
And was praised for his heroism, and before rumors later spread claiming that he had lifted his daughter up onto the railing for a photo before she slipped, which the authorities say now that it was the mother who encouraged her daughter to get up on the railing. So she was on the railing. So she didn't.
Okay, so she didn't.
She
do
didn't.
the porthole. The portholes don't even open, do they?
It says she was in front of an open porthole, which I guess had the railing right there.
Huh.
Criminal charges were recommended against the mother, but after finding that the incident didn't equate to criminal culpable negligence, Florida state attorney had to drop the charges.
Okay, so what is she alive?
Yeah, she's fine now.
I've always heard that if you fall overboard on a cruise, you're basically done for. That there's no.
And the sad part is, the dad was the one that was about to take all the criticism, and he was not. He was 10 feet ahead of the family. The mom is the one that told her to do it. What a DA!
People don't use common sense.
What in the world? What in the world would possess you to tell your child to stand on a railing?
I mean,
on a ship.
I'm telling you,
in the middle of the ocean. What in the world are we doing? Some people should not be parents.
no, they really shouldn't.
I would never let my kid do something like that.
No,
I don't even.
I mean, I would tell
them,
Decent, don't even look at.
I don't
the
even want
edge
them
of the
near a.
boat.
I don't want them near a cliff that has a railing.
Right.
And say take your picture. No, we'll do it from a different angle. What it's going to look like you're at.
I mean,
but
the
we're not
water
gonna
is
do
literally
that.
all around.
I would never put my kids in some kind of danger like that.
That is
What-
ridiculous.
Oh my Lord.
Well, that's like when I was looking at cruises this morning, I was like looking at the price difference between a ocean view room and a balcony room. And on one of them, the balcony was cheaper for a longer cruise than the ocean view for a shorter cruise. And then I was like, well, I don't know about Decent being in a hotel room, like in a cruise room with a balcony. I just don't trust it. But to even put your child, like, you don't even think about putting them on the rail? Like, what?
But here's the thing. The door locks and you
Yeah.
can keep him from going out that door.
Yeah.
You
That's
won't
what I
have to
thought
worry
too. But then
about
I was like,
And Disney
know.
cruises, I mean, especially if you do like a Disney one.
yeah.
It's so much.
I've never been on a Disney cruise. I want
haven't
to
either,
go,
but
but
I know
I
people
just
that
can't justify paying that much to go on a cruise when it's the same price to go to the parks. Like, you know?
Yeah, true. Here I really do feel bad for this dad.
I do
Because they
too.
were all blaming him, and he's in a picture and he's looking like what? He's probably looking up at the mom going,
Poor dads.
What are you doing?
I will say I blame a lot on Bailey, but dads do always catch
Yeah,
or most of the time.
yeah. Do you have you ever? Speaking of Bailey, have you ever? This happened to me last night. Is why I'm asking. Have you ever cooked something for Bailey, and you're happy about what you cooked, and then he sits down and he kind of eats it, but not really.
Oh,
and you
yeah,
can
all the
tell
time.
that maybe he's not all the way into it.
Yeah.
And you say, hey, do you want me to do X, Y, Z to it or whatever? And they go, no, it's fine. No, it's fine. No, it's fine. Yet they still are moving it around on their plate, not doing anything.
Pretending
and you're
to be
like,
eating.
it's not fine. Please do not humor me.
I know. I tell Bailey, I'm
Because
like,
here's
if you
what's gonna
don't
happen.
like it,
You're gonna
tell
get
me.
fed it again.
Because I like it.
Uh-huh. You're going to
So
get fed it
it
again.
may get tossed into the weekly rotation, okay?
Uh-huh. So,
If you don't like it, just say so. And go
say
make
so.
yourself an egg sandwich.
But here's the thing. What I did, we got some tuna steaks from the store. I love those things. We like to do that with rice pilaf. They're so good.
Yeah.
Because I marinate them in lemon juice and salt, pepper, garlic, little paprika on there. And then I put them in a pan and I sear them. And tuna, typically, a lot of people eat on the more rare side.
Yeah.
So it's very, very, very pink. Matter of fact, It's
It's
done
almost
on the
more-
out like a steak. It's
Yeah.
done on the outside real good, but it's not so done on the inside. The last couple of times I made them, I overcooked them,
Oh,
and they got too done. And when they get too done,
The
they're not
texture,
tender,
probably.
and they're a little. Yeah, it's the
Yeah.
texture. So I made sure that I did them right this time, and I was so excited about it. I had them perfect temp. Everything was outside was great. The inside was perfect. And I put it on his plate, got into it. He saw that not as cooked part, which technically I guess it wasn't really cooked. And he was like, And so he cut it a little bit and he bit it. And I was like, is it okay? And he goes, it's fine.
so he likes his cooked more.
Oh, definitely. He wants
Okay.
his cooked all the way through.
Yeah.
And asked me how I know. And I asked him, I said, I
That's
cooked
an
them
easy
on,
fix.
like they're supposed to on the rare side. And I said, that's how you're supposed to eat them. He goes, is it? And I said, yeah. I said, do you want me to put yours back in the pan for a little bit? He goes, no, it's fine. But he kept cutting it off. And
Only
then
eating the outside.
He would like look around it and look on it like he was expecting to find a more done spot.
Yeah.
And I said, no, it's not fine. Give me your plate.
Yes.
And I took his plate and I went back.
That's an easy fix
and
to
then
put it
I
back in the pan.
Cooked it a little bit more and got it to where he could eat it. And I was like, baby, please don't do that again.
Yes.
If you don't like something the way I've done it, and if I can fix it and make it better, I'm going to make it better. Because
Yeah.
if you don't say anything and I think you're good with it, guess what's going to happen the next time I fix these?
You're gonna
I'm
get it
fix
that
them the
same
exact
way.
same
Yeah.
way. So now I know when I'm cooking these, I can cook his a little bit longer. So maybe I'll wait before I put mine in.
Yeah.
You know, let his cook for a couple of minutes,
I
then
will
put
say-
mine in so that I can get mine the way I like it. But because I don't ever want to, if he doesn't like something, I'd rather because it might hurt my feelings because I cook something and I season it up to my taste.
Yeah.
That's not always his taste though. He's a little more health conscious than I am, so he doesn't need all those flavors and things. I do.
Yeah.
So I tell him, if I overdo something, just tell me. I won't do yours that way. I will make it to your liking. I want you to be happy. I'm not trying to feed you crap and that you
Yeah.
won't eat. But I felt bad because he was gonna eat it anyway. Even if he suffered through it, he was gonna eat it.
Well, I will say, I am not as lenient and forgiving as you are with Bailey because he goes to his friend's house, who's from Mexico, and eats sheep and goat and all these body parts that need to be composted or thrown in the trash or put in potted meat, okay? And then complains about some of the stuff I make. And I'm like, I'm not listening to that. You just ate a goat toe taco, okay? I'm not listening to you complain about how I cooked these chicken dinners. But
that's
also, he don't know. So, like, for the longest time, and even now I'm still a little unsure, he had talked about wanting fried squash.
Mhm.
And I'm like, okay. So, because at first I was like sauteing it in the pan. And then he said he wanted it fried. So I chopped them in circles, battered them, and fried them. And he's like, no. And I'm like, this is fried. Like, this
That's
is
fried
what are you
squash,
talking about?
Bailey.
And he's like, no, I'm talking about like stewed squash. So I made stewed squash, still not fried. I still don't know what the flip-flop he means if he wants fried squash.
I think I know what he wants. I do. So when you do there's a way to cook the squash so that you don't have to put the batter and stuff on it.
Mm-hmm.
It still is firm. It's fried in the pan on both sides. It gets kind of golden, but it's a little soft. I don't know how to explain it.
So I don't even know.
But you do it in the pan with just a little bit of olive oil. Don't use butter or anything because it gets too soggy then. And you got to cook it on high though.
Well,
Let it
Bailey, if
kinda
this is
get
what you're talking about,
done.
let us know.
I think I know what he's talking about.
And that's like chicken and dumplings. I made chicken and
Man,
dumplings.
I love chicken and dumplings.
I made chicken and dumplings like my mom makes them.
Which is
Well, he complained about the dumplings. I can't tell you. It's a secret. He complained about the dumplings.
okay. Let's see how you.
Well,
gonna do.
then I made him how his mom makes them. I thought. And I don't like it that way because I don't like them slimy. And which some people do, like that's not a cut to Valerie or anything. Like some people like slimy, like the ball dumplings. I don't like them not like that.
Right.
Like the thick. He didn't like them. Well, then I made them just like that, but thinner. and he liked them. Well, now he's talking about he don't like them. I'm like, well, you make them. And I told him the same thing about squash. I was like, well, why don't you make it and show me figure out how you like it?
Yeah.
Because the only thing you ever cook is boiled hot dogs. And I
boiled
don't
hot dogs
on white bread, not even on hot dog buns. I ain't eating a hot dog
my
unless it's
husband-
burnt on the grill with barbecue sauce.
I like
or
mine
fried.
burnt on the grill, and I like to use a hot dog bun, and
Mhm.
I prefer it just like that. I don't like to put a bunch of stuff
Yeah,
on it.
me neither.
Well, I say a
Especially if
bunch
it
of
has
stuff.
the barbecue sauce.
But if I'm gonna eat it, a hot dog with a lot of stuff on it, it has to have kraut and
Yeah.
onions and some kind of
Mustard. I like the mustard.
mustard and ketchup and a little bit of some kind of hot dog
Relish,
sauce
yeah.
on there. I gotta have it loaded up.
Yeah,
or
but I
want
don't
it
eat a
plain.
boiled hot dog.
But don't give me a boiled hot dog.
No.
Oh my gosh.
And he
Poor guy.
grinds my gears because he'll cook a whole entire pack of hot dogs.
That's what my hubby does.
I'm like, you ain't gotta cook them all. Put a few of them in a Ziploc bag and put it back in the refrigerator. Because he'll cook the entire pack, eat like 3 or 4 of them, and then leave the hot dog water on the stove with the weenies in them.
Oh God,
and I'm like,
no. Why? Cook them. If you're gonna cook them in a pan. If you don't want to do anything
Yes.
else, just roll around in the pan.
he
and
don't
get
like
hot.
that.
I just cannot eat a boiled hot. I
Me
cannot
neither.
eat a boiled. I went to a remote one time, and the hot dogs, they had them already put in the buns, wrapped in the foil, and
Yeah.
I unwrapped that thing, and
It
it
was
was a boiled
boiled.
hot dog.
Throw it in the trash.
Well, I couldn't.
immediately.
They were looking at me. I just said thank you, and
Fixed it and then threw it in the trash.
I put a little mustard and ketchup on it, ate a couple bites on it, and then I just had to put it away because I was about to get sick.
Yeah.
I cannot do that. Hubby will do that. He will eat hot dogs on his bread.
Yeah, on white bread.
It is
Oh.
a grain and something
Oh,
bread.
gross.
Yesterday, he asked
That's
me, he
the
goes,
worst.
do you need anything from the grocery store? And I said, yes. Will you get me some white bread? Not your bread, white bread.
He's like, no.
And he's like, he didn't say yes or no. I come home, and he goes, you're going to be mad. And I said, babe.
Like, you did not forget. You just intentionally.
No, he bought white bread.
Oh, okay.
But he bought this healthy version of white bread that is kind of stiff. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? It's not the soft. stick
it
to
the
roof
low
of your mouth.
carb?
Yeah, I think so. And he showed it to me, and I said, babe, why can you not just buy my
This guy
white
might
bread?
be the dollar loaf of bread.
He
I
goes,
mean,
he went.
Aw.
I felt bad. I said, so he picked
This
the
is why your
piece.
tuna was not cooked. Because you couldn't get the white bread.
That was before I cooked the tuna, by the way. But he gave me the end piece of the bread.
Oh no, you never
Well,
eat that.
I said, "Give me a bite." He goes, "Well, this is the end piece." He was eating it off the bit. He goes,
Yeah.
He goes, "I wouldn't be upset if you didn't eat this." And I was like, "Give it to me." I ate it. It actually tasted okay.
Just the texture.
It's just the texture is
Yeah.
different. I'm just
But
not. But
now-
I'll eat it. I'll eat my. Now I'm not going to eat it with my peanut butter and jelly because
Yeah.
peanut butter and jelly I got to have regular old
Yeah.
stick to the roof of your mouth white bread. But I will eat my turkey sandwich and my tomato sandwich with that. It'll be fine.
Well, I've noticed a lot of people, and I'm included, are like not using bread anymore from the store because it's not molding.
They're making.
They're
it
like
themselves.
making it. Yeah.
My stepdaughter, she does that.
Yeah.
Jeff's daughter, she'll make her own bread. She makes different flavors.
I
though.
do, but I've kind of fallen off of it. My starter's in the fridge. That way it don't die. But I need to start making bread again.
She made a sourdough bread.
Yes, it's
Oh.
so good.
And we got it when it was kind of warm, and it was delicious.
Yeah, but you know, I remember if you didn't eat your bread like within a week,
Mm-hmm.
it would mold,
Let me
and it would
tell
have
you-
mold all over it. Now it does not mold.
I got a loaf of bread about a month and a half ago from the store. And I put it in our cabinet in my bread. I have a bread container that's like one of those plastic bread containers. And and people do it wrong. They'll put the whole loaf of bread in there, still tied up, and then put the lid on. We're not supposed to do it that way.
Yeah,
You're supposed to put the whole loaf down in there,
in the bag, like
in
over.
the bag, fold it, and then do it. So that's how I put it in there. Do you know that bread is still in there, not molded,
That is
soft?
wild.
It is wild.
And see,
I
with
will
the
put all of my
sourdough,
bread in there now.
Like if you make bread at home, it will mold if you don't keep it in the fridge like within a couple of days. But my friend Jeremy, he had mentioned to me a few years ago about they had a pack of hot dog buns or something that fell behind their fridge, and when they were moving, they moved it, and there is no telling how long those had been back there, and they weren't molded. And he's like, I've not bought bread since then. If he buys bread, he buys it from the deli part, and he's like, I know it's not as good, but like at least it molds, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know what they're doing to this bread.
It's like the ice cream that's not ice cream.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't really melt. It does something.
It just gets foamy.
It does.
Yeah.
And then you got the artificial cheese.
Yes.
That does something weird. It just
It
looks
won't
like
melt.
melted plastic.
Yeah.
It's, I don't know.
Gross.
Which is why hubby tries to make me eat healthy, because I'm putting all this yucky in my body. But I just, look, there are certain things I cannot compromise on.
Mm-hmm.
And he has that grain bread that he buys. It's like $4 a loaf. And he's like, you can eat a peanut butter and jelly sandwich on that.
No.
And I was like, I'm going to have you arrested. Like, I'm going to call the police on you if you tell me that again. I am not eating peanut butter and jelly on that bread. It's not going to happen. I can't do it.
Mm-mm.
I cannot. Did you see the story? This is so disturbing. Did you see the story about the 12-year-old boy from Texas who came home after school on a Friday to an empty apartment? His family had left him.
God love. That's awful.
Packed up and got the heck out of Dodge and left that baby.
Oh my gosh. Was it like his
It was
biological
his parents.
family?
Yeah.
That's
he went to a
terrible.
neighbor's house and she called the police. And he went over there to look for his mom. And when he got over there, she was like, I don't know what in the world.
Goodness.
And it was the mom and her boyfriend left him. She said he knew, or he said, the little boy said, I knew that we were supposed to be moving at some point, but I didn't know when. But the neighbor says that they were constantly kicking the little boy out and not letting him come inside.
Oh my gosh.
That's
awful.
They contacted him, and they said, well, his uncle was supposed to pick him up. But then when they were like, well, we need to know where you are, and they would not give their address or tell them where they were, like their location. They wouldn't tell them where they were. So they ended up going to Child Protective Services, who in turn called the couple again. But in the they still wouldn't tell where they were. So the police found them and arrested him on charges of abandoning and endangering a child.
Yeah.
Without the intent to return. How could you do that?
That is ridiculous.
Oh,
They had to be on drugs.
something. You don't just leave your baby.
No.
I mean, 12-year-old, that's my daughter's 36. She's still my baby.
Yeah.
There's no way. I could not just abandon my children. That's not going to happen.
I know. I don't know.
To clean out the apartment, get a moving truck, just
Like
move.
to come home and there be nothing. Was his thing still there? Probably so.
I don't know. It acted like they had packed up.
That is wild.
Up.
And then
outta
just
there.
to not say like where you are. I don't know. That's fishy.
That's wild. I could never do something like that.
No.
In Madison, Wisconsin, this is a pretty cool story. There's a candidate that is running for governor there, and he is only 22 years old and a college student. And he says he was running because he wants to represent people tired of career politicians. I can give a big amen to that because I don't care what party you are affiliated with. We are all sick to death of career politicians that don't get anything done. They just somehow keep getting reelected if you're in politics for 40 years on either side and our
You need to go.
our budget is still like it is and the things are still happening the way they're happening, you're the problem.
Yeah.
You got to go.
I
Move
feel
out.
like-
Let's get some new people in here.
I
that
feel
have
like
some
regardless
sense.
of if things are going good or bad, you should only be able to be in that position for so long.
Yeah. I mean, 4 years probably, but
I would say 10 is like the max.
Oh, I think 8 is the absolute max.
Yeah.
Like, get out.
No more than.
I mean, you got some
And then if you
senators
wanna
and stuff in
volunteer
there, they're
or
like
whatever,
80-something
okay,
years
but
old, still making
yes.
decisions. Like, go lay down, take a nap or something. Watch Jeopardy. But don't be making decisions for our country right now. This young boy is Zachary Roper. He is a political science major at Carthage College. Now, he ran for governor. He is running for governor after an unsuccessful bid for assembly in 2024. He says his professors encourage him to seek the state's top executive position. And I just think that is amazing.
Good for him.
Whether he loses or wins, he probably is not going to win. It's good to see young people that want to make a change.
Yeah.
But it's good to see young people that want to make a change the right way.
Yeah.
What we got going on right now is not trying to make a change. It is trying to cause deliberate chaos.
Yeah.
And but
I
I
agree.
love to see young people getting involved in their communities, in their state, and
and to know what's going on.
yeah.
Because I know
smart.
I fall into the category of I have no idea, which
I
is
kinda
bad.
am too. I know just enough information to be dangerously wrong.
Yeah.
So, all right. So that's it for us today. It's 9:01.
It is.
I've
This
had a
is
good time with
flying
you.
by.
Thanks for coming
Had a
in
good time
and
with you.
hanging out. We didn't get to half our stories
That's
because
okay.
we wasted a lot of time on
Dirty Santa.
on Dirty Santa. But you know what? It's entertaining because I think a lot of people will agree
Yes.
with us, even though we differ on the rules. We'll agree.
Y'all need to comment if you're watching on Facebook and let us know. Do you think that the rule where the last person to go should get to steal any gift, even if it's frozen, is right or wrong?
Wrong.
That's right. If you
Not
wait
viable.
the entire game, you should get to go back and choose whatever you want.
Well, I don't ever want to be first.
No.
Ever. Because somebody is going to come after that gift.
Yeah.
You can
Wait,
guarantee
or is that
it.
how the rule goes? Is it after the last person goes, the person who went first gets to go back? How is the? I don't even know
See,
the
you
rule,
don't
but
even
I
know
think
what your rules
the
are.
last. I think you should get to
This
choose.
is why I'm not playing Dirty Santa with you. All right. It's
Our
not
Dirty
enough
Santa,
time.
we'll just draw names and everybody draw your own name and buy yourself a gift.
Exactly. Why not? Thanks for watching and listening. You've been listening to Morning Mayhem on Power Beach Radio. Teresa and Taylor saying adios, amigos. We'll see you tomorrow for, what do I call it? Friday. Y'all have a good one. Oh, don't forget, Thorsby's having their fundraiser tonight. Before we sign off, they're having their fundraiser night. You can go by there and get a hot dog, chips and a drink, or a hamburger, chips and a drink for $10. And all the money goes towards their Washington trips, and
fun.
the food will be done by All Goods.
Yeah.
So, Joseph
Is
All
the
Good.
coaches show tonight at Durbin's? It'll be at Durbin's
And the
this
coaches
week.
show tonight at Durbin's.
Come get your super fan t-shirt
Yep. You got to be a super fan. You got to show up and be a super
for
fan.
any school.
For any school. All right. Thanks for watching and listening. Now we're saying goodbye.
Goodbye.
See you. Bye.
We're ready to